I've been using Akai products since the 80s, starting with the MPC 60 to the 3000 and the 2000 XL. This is my tutorial for the MPC Studio. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to use the MPC Studio directly from the software and not from the computer. As most of you may know and some may not, the MPC's Akai MPC is known for its history of being able to use the product directly from the hardware. So I want to show young producers, beginning producers, and people who are interested in possibly getting the Akai MPC Studio Renaissance, how to use it directly from here 100% without having to really touch that at all. Most of the tutorials that I've seen online have been them, really going through the software mostly, and I've never seen anybody really use this 100% just on here, or at least operate 90% on the Akai MPC hardware as opposed to the software. I mean, they both do work together, but me, I use mine 100% within the hardware, and I pull up everything I need within the hardware, which it gives you the access to be able to do that. So I'll show you, I'll take you through the tutorial, and I'll get a little closer to the studio and explain the folders and how to open up the folders, the drum kits, and then the plugins that you have. So I'm going to start with actually opening a folder and going into making the track, or laying my hi-hat, shall I say. So I'll lay the hi-hat at first right now. I'm going to start with the hi-hat. And this track I've already put together, but I'm just going to use it as an example, because I will be doing some tutorials of me just actually making tracks, but this one I'm going to just go to the track and show you track per track the sounds that I made, and then how I got to that sound and how I use this. I'm pulling it up from the instrument, from the actual hardware. Now that hi-hat, I got to that hi-hat by going into my folder here. Like I said, I'll be able to zoom in and you'll be able to see the actual folder that I'm going into. And I go into the 809 kit. That's the kit that I'm actually using. I select the 809 kit. I select the 809 kit. And when I select that actual kit, it takes me back to that kit. So, as you can see, it's playing the hi-hat that I programmed in the 809 kit that I pulled up from here. Notice I didn't touch the computer at all the whole time. Everything I did directly from the hardware. So, that's the hi-hat I'm using. So, I'm using this hi-hat. I'm going to go to the next track and show you how I pull that sound up too. So the next track, that will be, let's see what I use on that track. Okay, I got my 909 kick on the next track. Now you have to remember, when you pull up these programs, make sure you don't record over the current program you have. So what you have to do is you have to actually go to, if you're using plugins, you go to plugin and you hit plugin, and then you go down to the actual plugin in the middle of the screen, right above plus and minus track and you want to assign a new program. If you don't assign a new program, what you're going to end up doing is erasing everything that you just laid. So and you don't want to do that. You'd be completely upset, especially in the middle of a great song or project you're trying to finish, and you end up erasing over a part that's really important to the song that you're working on. So I pulled the 809 up, and this is what I laid with the 809. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make a track from scratch. So I'm going to a new sequence. As you can see right here, I'm just changing the sequence up. So I'm going to find a new sequence that's open, so I don't have to start a new project in the software window. So I'm going to, I already have a kit that's on there, but let me load it up again. Show you what I'm talking about. Notice I'm loading in the 809 right here. I select the 809, hit new program. Let me do that again. And make sure you pay attention to what you're doing, because it's easy to make a mistake as you're going through here. Over to the right here, you see plugin. If you go through that, you can either choose the option of drums. The drums would mean the MPC drums that you would actually have on board that come with the Akai MPC Studio. It comes with 3 discs. If you go to drum right here, you change it to drum, you'll actually be able to access that, and then you hit the browser button over to the right next to the scroll button. I don't know if you can see that, but over this way here, over there is the scroll button. It's next to the scroll button is the browser button. If you hit the scroll button over this way, it allows you to be able to open up the folder like this. And if you see the folder, you can actually go through and look for the drum kits that come with the MPC Studio. Maybe I'll do that one in another tutorial. I'll actually go into those sounds, but right now let me go back to this. I don't want to confuse you. So let's go back to plugins. So I'm going to load up the plugins. I'm going to go over here, right here in the middle, to plugin, and I'm going to select the plugin I want, which is 809. Notice I have the bank that comes with the MPC package. Hybrid comes with the MPC package, 809 in the bank. I have Absinthe, I have battery 3, battery 4, and FM8, contact, massive. So I'm going to go and I'm going to choose the 809. Select that, play through the sounds that I want, right? And then set my tempo, and the tempo's there. For all those that don't know, it's right here. Select my tempo with the scroll button, and then create a sequence. Let's see what I come up with. Here we go. Now a lot of times if the sequencer seems to be a little bit off, then you just go and set your quantize until you're comfortable with the sequence being the way that you need it. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna create something from scratch. Okay, that's slipping a little bit, and I'm doing that as an example to show you that sometimes certain things can happen when you're actually sequencing, doing the sequence, so you just adjust according to. So let me go back. Let's do that again. Now notice the snare came in on the 1. And you might not have sequenced the snare to do that. So you can actually just hold down erase and erase that snare for the first half. Or you can just redo it again. Okay, so I took that out. So So now I'm going to the next track. And what I do is you go here and you just take the scroll button and you just go to the next track. Going to the next track, I like that drum kit, so I'm going to load it up again. But what you want to do is, if you go to 809, you want to select new program. New program right here. So I select new program, and then I look for whatever sound I want. So here we go. Okay, so I like that. So right now I'm just throwing anything together just to give you a concept of how fun it is to lay tracks on the MPC. Okay, so I laid the hi-hat. Okay, now I'm going to go back into the plugin. I go back right down here to the middle and I open up whatever sound I'm looking for, whatever VST, AU plugin, Rex file. You go into it and you figure out what you want. So I'm choosing the hybrid, which is some sounds that come with the MPC Studio. Like I said, they have a lot of cool sounds that come with it. So I'm going to load that up, and I could either play that on the pads, but I choose to play it on my keyboard, which you can't see what I'm doing right now, but so I'm going to play that on the keyboard. So let's see. Let's create something. Okay, so I like that. So I'm going to record that. Okay, so I laid the keys. Or should I say I laid some of the old school analog vintage sounding. To me, that's like the Prophet 8, some stuff from the 80s. Some of the keyboards from the 80s, it seems that they mimic some of the sounds off of. So I laid that, and now I'm going to the next track. So I'm going to go back again. I went from track 3 to track 4. So track 3 to track 4, it's an open track. Make sure the track says unused. You want to make sure it says unused, because if not, you possibly could be erasing over something that you need. So it's unused. So then I go down here to hybrid and I see if I want that. Instead, I'm going to go to contact and open up some drums in contact. That's what I'm going to do. Hit new program again. Don't forget that. Always hit new program. Now the only thing about this is when you choose contact, you do have to go to the software and you have to hit E to open up that sound or that plugin. I'm not quite sure if it can be done off of the hardware, but I'm pretty sure there's a way it can be done. I'm still, researching that. But right now I'm pulling up some drums, so I want to pull up a kit that I want to play. Okay, from contact. Okay, I like that. So I'm gonna play that. Okay, so I like that. Recorded that. I'm going to go to the next track right here. Go to scroll button and go to the next track. Here's the thing too. You could even change the track from here. From the plus and minus button, you could actually use that to go to the next track. So I hit the plus button to go to the next track. Then you go into whatever sound you want to use. I'm going to use the 809. No, actually I'm going to use battery. So I choose battery. I hit select, hit new program again. And the same thing happens with contact. You got to go to the actual software and you have to open the software up, hit E, and then it'll allow you to be able to audition those sounds. So I'm going to play the sound. I could play it from here. So I'm just going to play it from here. Okay? Here we go. Okay? Okay, so I like that. Now I'm going to go again. Remember 6. I went to 6. I was on 5. Right? I was on the 5. I'm going to 6 right here with the plus and minus button. And then I'm going to go over here to the plugin. I think I want to use battery again. So see if I can find maybe some, better yet, I'll use the 809. I'm looking for a clap. So I choose the 809, hit new program, and I'm in 809. Okay? See if it has what I'm looking for. Okay, I like that clap. So I'm going to use that clap. Here we go. Okay, so I laid the clap. And now I'm just going to try to find another sound. And, you know, sometimes when you're dealing with tracks, you know, it's not necessarily about having a whole bunch of sounds. Sometimes it's more about the feel. Sometimes too much is too much, and not enough is not enough. So it's you kind of got to play off a feeling. And sometimes you got to leave a track wide open for vocals, or sometimes you just have a great melody and you don't need a whole bunch of stuff on top of interacting with the original initial melody you have, unless it's a great counter melody. Okay, I loaded the FM8, and you want to go to hit E on the software on your computer. If you want to do that, you want to select that to be able to go through whatever sounds that you need. Now I'm going to go through those sounds and see what I actually want to use. You can find something that'll catch my ears. Let me see. Thank you for checking out my tutorial. This is Stone Paxton. Make sure you come back and check out some other videos where I'll be leaving videos of me actually, composing and producing more tracks. I'll be talking about some of the projects that I'm putting out through my distribution. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit like, and please leave comments. I love to interact with people. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.